G'day, it's Fushia. Welcome to my art channel and thank you for being here. In today's video, I'm going to try something a little different. Now, my friend Wombat from Venom Fluid Art was talking about the other day about Taubmans paint, how it's the pillow paint is that it's thinner than the other paints and that it kind of has a cloud effect. Now, I've been trying to find for an alternative paint to the Deco Art Satin Enamel for cloud pours. However, in Australia, we don't really have anything. So I have to order, if I want to do cloud pours, I have to order it on Amazon. And those little jars get quite expensive, to be honest, for us in Australia. So I'm thinking if I could find something else in Australia that could be used instead, such as the Taubmans paint, then maybe that would work for me and it'll probably be a lot cheaper for me. So this is an experiment this week. All right, well, it says white sample pot. You might have another colour put in there. I haven't opened it. So maybe I should try that first, just in case it's not white. Because as I said, it was one of the tester paints that I bought from Bunnings in Australia. And it's the Taubmans brand, which is the thin one. So hopefully this will give me the effect that I'm after. Now, the paints I'm going to use on top are the Bloom colours, so I'm not sure how that'll go either. So this week is very much an experimentation. I can't get this open. The substrate I'm using is a 30 by 40 centimetre canvas. What colours am I going to use? Good question. Okay, well, she's white, but she's sort of like an off-white. She's more like a creamy white or an ivory, really. But we're going to use that one. Just going to get a spoon and give that a bit of a, yeah, it looks more cream than, yeah, actually it does. It looks more like a ivory than it does white. Yet it says white, but obviously they've mixed something else in with it, I'm thinking. So that one is not the one I've got on my bedroom wall. That one must have been one that I just purchased. Okay, now, colours. What colours am I going for this week? Might do a blue, a Liquitex violet, an Candy Carmine, EDP Fushia, and I might do that one. Okay, I'm thinking this week, I've only got 5 colours, I need one more. I'm going to, I've got a blue, so that's on top, that's that one, let me put more colour. What colour am I going to go for? I might try this one. I might put that one there, like so. All right. I'm going to be using a pigment and then follow that up by a tube paint like I did last time. Don't know how this will work. It may or may not work, but we'll give it a go and see what happens. And I'm going to do a bloom. I was going to do a double bloom, but I might just do a single bloom in the centre and see what comes out of it. Now, the colours I'll be using are, this is Black Diamond, Deep Blue Sea. It's a very pretty colour, this one. It is a bit thick, so I'm hoping it's not too thick for what I'm planning. Then I've got Liquitex Deep Violet, which I love this colour. I use it quite a bit. That looks like that. There's a big bubble in that. Okay, then I'm going to use Harry and Wilma Chameleon Red, Blue, Green from last week. I really love this colour. And I'm going to follow it. Now this one is, it's a custom, not sure what it is really. It's custom made paint. It's got, I called it dark red, so I don't know what's in it, to be honest. I might have mixed a few things in this one. It's called dark red, custom made dark red. I don't know what's in it. I was feeling very creative when I was making it, so I've probably added a few colours in there. Then I've got Candy Carmine, and that looks like that. She's very pretty. And I'm going to follow that up with two paint, and this one is EDP Fushia mixed with Papermill Iridescent White. So it's not quite as deep fuchsia as it normally is because I've mixed it with the white. All right. My cell activator, I'm going to use, I think with those colours, I think I might use the LiquitexPrussian blue, and I might mix that with, maybe I'll add the gold, the Matisse gold. Hopefully it'll work okay. We'll see. All right. So let's get started and see what we can create. Hopefully it will give me the cloud effect that I'm after. It did say add a bit of water to this as well, so I might do that just to thin it out a bit more. Hopefully it's not too thick. Looks a bit thick, doesn't it? I didn't want it to be thick, that's for sure. I might spread it out with the spatula, with a palette knife. And just to, yeah, she doesn't look that thin. And she's certainly not white. She looks more cream now that I put it on the white background. She looked ivory in the pot. She certainly looks a bit darker now. But we'll see what she's like, you know. I love to experiment anyway, so we're not going to know if things are going to work or how they're going to work until we try them. So, okay. Now what I'm going to do is just pick that up and just touch up the sides. There's quite a lot of air bubbles in that, but I can't, it's not really wise to torch, although there is quite a lot. Maybe I will. It's a warning, you shouldn't torch house paint. It's toxic, and I shouldn't really be doing it myself. Okay, it's picked up the pillow paint here. It was really hard to move, so I think that is actually a little bit thicker than what I thought. Maybe it needed more water. But let's just give it a go and see what happens, hey? Oh, okay. I love the cells along there. That was really pretty there. But it is pretty thick, and I don't know whether it's going to give me the effect that I was hoping for. Possibly because it's too thick. So whether they've added something else in there, and that's probably why it was one of the off-cast colours, I don't know. Let's give that a go and see what happens, hey? Better. I'm just going to move it in that corner over there and down a bit more there. So I want this side to move a bit more. Yeah, so it hasn't given me the cloud pour effect that I was hoping for, probably because it wasn't as thin as I thought it was going to be. But I do have some more Taubmans, and I think next one I'll put a little bit more water in to thin it down a bit more, and I'll give it another go, another try. Although there are some little white cells that are coming up, so I'm not sure whether that's the cloud pour effect. There it doesn't look like the cloud pour effect. I'm a little bit concerned there. What's going on there? Not sure what's going on there at all. I was hoping that would move a bit more up that way, but doesn't seem to want to. This part of it, this side seems to be a bit stunted over here. Couldn't blow it out at all. It was really, really thick. Let's put this down to a learning experience. It's not doing what I want. It is looking like it's cracking before its time. And I'm wondering if it is just a tad too thick. Yeah, it looks like it's cracking already. Well, that is not a good sign, folks. Should I not waste this at all? Because I reckon that's going to crack. That looks like it's crazing. That's what that is. That's crazing. What I could do is let it dry and then maybe just paint over those areas that have crazed. Cells are interesting. Not sure whether I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. Really, I love the lacing along here. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one at all. I think this was a bit of a disaster, but that's okay. We've learned from it. This one is not going to work, and there is crazy, but I might leave it, and once it's dry, I might just paint over that with some paint where it's crazed. Yeah, well, okay. Why did it craze? I'm not sure. Is it because it's thick? Maybe it's thick, or maybe it's got stuff in there that doesn't like or doesn't react well with the coloured paints. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go back to my friend Venom and ask him what he thinks, why this was a failure. Why did it craze? Wombat, if you're watching, let me know, love. Why do you think that might have crazed? Is it because it doesn't like, is it a chemical reaction between the base paint and the coloured paints? Because it seems to be around that area there. I'm not really sure. It's moving a little bit here, so that's good. I'll just give that a bit of a wipe. Now I've got to be careful. I think I swallowed paint. I really don't want to be doing that as well at the moment. Yeah, I think I might leave it. I'm not sure I'm liking the colours, the colour range that I put there, to be honest. It's too blue, too red, and that's it. Basically, you can't see much else and apart from the gold, and that's from the cell activator. The pink, which is the EDP Fushia, is very prominent. And the Liquitex Deep Violet is very prominent. I was hoping you'd see a bit more of the Harry and Wilma, but no. Yeah, not sure. I'll keep going because I want to see if I can pull it back out that way a bit more. All right. What can I say about this paint, apart from the fact that it keeps crazing? It's crazing all over the place, really. Yeah, not good. Look at all the crazing that's happening there. Not good, and we're not up to the dry stage yet. So I will leave this one. I want to see how it dries. I want to see if it cracks some more. It crazes some more. And I'll leave it at that. It's not going to go off the edge there. All right, well, I'm going to leave that. I don't think it's going to get any better. I don't like the colours, first of all. I'll bring you down and show you. I'll bring you down closer. I don't know whether that gold is going to sink anymore. It might or it might not. I don't like the composition. I don't like the colours, and I don't like the fact that it's crazed already. And, yeah, not a good one, this one. I could probably come back, if it doesn't crack too much and it's just crazy, and I might be able to paint over the crazing to fix it. Not really liking this one at all. All right, well, that one's a fail. I would specifically say that that is a fail. Although I do like the cells. The cells are actually quite lovely. Yeah, she seems very thick, even though I put water in it, and even though it didn't look that thick in the tin, it appears to be thick. All right, I will bring you down and show you how it didn't work, what not to do. I will bring you down. Okay, here she is in her full glory. I'm not really happy with this one, obviously, because of all the different... I love the cells in the centre, don't get me wrong. They are really awesome. And they have kind of grown a little bit like a cloud pour cell, I think. Not as good as I would have hoped. There are those doubles and triples as well. So they're interesting. They're probably the most interesting part of the piece. It was hard to blow out, so I'm thinking the back was, the base, the pillow was actually quite a little too thick probably. Now here you can see there's lots and lots of crazing, and it's getting worse as it starts to dry. And it's quite vast. See there, it looked like it cracked altogether, which was interesting. And the paint's still wet. So it'd be interesting to see what it looks like when it dries. If I remember, I'll show you next week how it dries. But yeah, I'm calling this one a fail for sure. I don't even like the colours. I'm not partial to all those colours that are there. They're not gelling together pretty well, in my opinion. But I'd love to hear your opinion. So, yeah, Wombat, help. Why didn't it work? Master. Oh, Master. Anyway, we'll see. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe, and hit that bell so you can be notified when I upload the next video. In the meantime, folks, I'll catch you next week. Hopefully we'll try something a little bit different, see what else I can find in my cupboard and see if that will work. If not, we'll just go back to the British paints, I think. Or my own custom ones. The ones I do, the custom ones I make from Taubmans seem to work better. Yeah, anyway, that's that. We'll see you next week. Bye.